The year is 2008. Cryptosporidium, otherwise at the time known as the diarrhea virus, has claimed the lives of nearly everyone I've loved, loathed, or felt indifferent towards.
In 2007, a nationwide heat wave drove desperate parents and their children to seek refuge in neighborhood pools where the virus thrived and spread like wildfire. Popular at the time amongst children and pre-teens of that generation, it was uncool to fuss over matters as frivolous as one's personal hygiene. Luckily for myself, I wasn't concerned with labels such as cool, hip, jive, boss, or bitchin'. It did make for a lonely existence, however.
But I digress. As the virus worsened, I sheltered in my home, losing myself in my studies.
When the power finally went out for good, I resorted to other forms of entertainment.
I prepared my meals by boiling water on a butane stove obtained from my grandfather as part of a 50-mile hike to the top of Kings Peak in the Uinta Mountain Range in Utah.
The trip with my grandfather was miserable, to say the least. He was a doomsday prepper. He, along with my parents, God rest them, may they rest in peace, they ensured that I was educated in the ways that would ensure my survival in the event of an apocalypse. My grandfather planned for the end of the world as if no one else would. It was terribly annoying how seriously he took it. Now I hope he prepared enough. I sure as hell didn't. At the time, I couldn't admit to myself the crushing loneliness that was threatening to consume me.
God help me.
Assuming, of course, that there is a God at the helm of this shitty ride we call life. After approximately 8 months of solitude in an unsuccessful attempt to wait out the pandemic, I had a realization.
My grandfather probably has enough supplies to last us 10 years.
I resolved to make the long and tedious journey to the Pacific Northwest.
I will travel to my grandfather's home in the Pacific Northwest.
I began my trek from the armpit of the American Southwest, Provo, Utah. Thanks to skills obtained from my grandfather and some extreme luck and scavenging, I made it to my grandfather's home, with little to no incident.
Where we find ourselves now. Or at least where I find myself now.